everybody, how you doing? This is Leo from Bippy's Corner Cove. We're coming at you with episode number 10, and we got an interesting topic tonight. Me and Barry have an open discussion. I was walking on the boardwalk, and somebody came up to me and asked me and says, what do you think? Can I have your opinion on what you think about legalizing marijuana here in New Jersey? And I told him. I gave him my opinion. And so that's what we want to talk about a little bit about tonight, because me and Barry both have different issues on this whole thing, and we have different opinions on this. And I think it's going to be a good episode. So let's see. Right, Barry, am I right or wrong? Like, what is your opinion on legalizing marijuana here in New Jersey?
My personal opinion, I believe that marijuana should be used for medical uses only and not as a social type of situation. Because I see problems with it, especially with the cops and the insurance companies.
Yeah, but the insurance companies are pretty much for it, because that's going to be curing a lot of the. It's going to right. It's if when you say medical marijuana. Approved by a doctor. Yes, I agree with that 100%. But socially, no, because of the problems it would cause with the public and the police departments. But how do you what? Like, what do you mean? Because so you mean like anybody smoking in walking down the street or something like that? Suppose somebody there's a store and somebody wants to buy cannabis oil or cannabis brownies, which is
becoming very popular.
Cookies. If you ever were in one of those stores, I was never in one of those stores, but I know people that have, and they told me, because we don't have one that close to us. They're out in California, Colorado. They're not having any problems. Not that I know of, anyway. We don't hear about it having any problems out there, but it's a recreational purposes where I think that it's going to be, I don't think there's going to be a problem. I don't know of anybody who had, it's not like it's, if you buy it and you have it in your own home, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're buying it and you have it, it's like buying alcohol. Do you remember when alcohol wasn't illegal? Wasn't legal?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, you're talking about.
You remember that? Yeah. See, I read about it. I don't know about it, but I don't remember it. But
yeah, we're talking about in the 1920s when alcohol was banned from the United States, and then when it caused.
Yeah, I mean, you remember? Yeah.
Okay.
That was something else. Then everybody was. Tell you some stories on that. I mean, everybody knows the history on that one. But this is something totally different. I think that there's going to be, I don't think there would be any problem. And then plus, these certain towns, I don't think, if it's legalized in New Jersey, I think it should stay in New Jersey. I don't think the town should have an option whether they want it or not. If it's legalized in the state of New Jersey, it should be welcome in every town.
I have different point of views on here. One, I'm concerned about if we do legalize marijuana in New Jersey, what will happen with the kids. And not only...
What happens now?
Well...
They're doing it now. But they're buying it illegally.
The question I'm having here, and I'm speaking from experience, is long time ago when kids used to smoke marijuana around here, it caused a lot of problems, and I seen the problems it caused.
Yeah, but it could have. You don't know if it was marijuana.
We could smell it. Believe me, we knew what it was. I saw the problems it caused, and some of the situations that happened with cops and stuff like that.
Well, let me just interrupt you a minute, Barry. Sometimes probably when you were talking, when you saw that and you were part of that and you witnessed something like that, people lace marijuana with different things too.
Right. Oh yeah.
So that's very bad. Now I'm not for that.
Right.
Let's get that
See,
straight right now.
that's another problem we have to look at here. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay, let's say we legalize marijuana. This now gives them the opportunity maybe to lace it.
No.
But
You can't.
I'm saying
That's the whole thing. If they're
yeah.
gonna legalize it, and there's gonna be a store that's selling it, it's gonna be pure.
Right, but don't forget, the way kids are today and the way the kids are educated today, they know how to lace marijuana to make it more better and potent than what it really is. They could go to the store, take it, and then they can change it at home and make it better than what it was with another drug. Now, we don't know if they did that or not, okay?
But they could do that.
They could do that. They can
now.
chemically change
But
and
they
alter.
could do that now. It's not going to stop them from put. I don't see where the difference would be if it becomes legal or if they put a store, you know, right on the main street. You know what I mean?
The question I'm also concerned about. Okay, who's going to monitor the stores? The state.
Yeah.
And how reliable is the state?
Oh, yeah.
That becomes another question.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, you a property owner, Barry?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a property owner, now what if I were to tell you that they're going to tax marijuana? They're going to, when they legalize it's in New Jersey, it's going to be taxed. It's going to be taxed so high, like it is on cigarettes and alcohol, that the town is going to eat up some of that taxes money. Which suppose I were to tell you that your property taxes are going to go up or go down because of this. How do you feel about that? Down. All right, it's because they're going to be getting the money from the marijuana for the taxes. It might bring down our property taxes. You know.
I'm saying, what is the guarantee on that? Because usually every time we get into a new program,
it's politics, Barry.
Yeah, thank you. What guarantee am I going to see that the property tax is going to go down? I haven't heard anything about that yet. All I heard is, oh yeah, we're going to get the revenue. The question is, where is the revenue going to go? Is it going to go into the roads? Is it going to go for new facilities, for like recreation and that, for people that really need it? Are they going to fix the roads? Where's the money really going to go? I haven't heard anything yet where that money's going to go. All I hear, yeah, it's going to go and help our taxes. But what I haven't heard yet officially is how's that money going to break down? Who's going to get it? What does it go towards? That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I don't think it really came out into the open, so I agree with you there. It never really said like how it's going to be divided up and divvied up into different what's going to happen. I use that as an example.
Right.
I use that as an example, but we don't know for sure if that's going to.
Right, because everybody who knows politicians, everybody knows what politicians do. Sometimes we're promised stuff, and sometimes those promises can't be made. There are issues here on the Jersey Shore that I'm looking at, especially as a person from ride-up experience. What's going to happen to our ride-uppers who are going to be smoking marijuana?
You're not supposed. You can't smoke it if you're working. You're not supposed to be smoking if you're driving. There's going to be rules. There's going to be laws that are going to be written into the rules of how this is going to become legal.
Right, and then no,
you can't drink and drive, can you?
No.
Okay, you can't
but
operate a machinery.
The question is here, and I want everybody to think about this. Marijuana is in your system for a while. It's not like alcohol that goes out of your system quick. Marijuana lasts in your system for quite a while before it really ends out of your system. So say like if I'm a ride-upper and I had marijuana an hour ago, I'm still affected by that marijuana and I'm operating a ride or I'm operating equipment. Man, I start to question the capability of that person who's operating equipment or operating that ride. Because remember, we're talking about people's lives too. When you're operating a ride or you're operating serious equipment, you're talking about people's lives. You know,
Yeah.
and I want people to think about that too. It's like, what are going to be the effects, and what are the long? But here's another question: what is the long-term effect from people smoking marijuana? What I know about it right now, the long-term effect is it mentally slows down a person. There has been medical problems that has extended that doctors have found in the long-term effect
Mm-hmm.
from marijuana, and I'm supporting the doctors on that statement because they have actually proven that in the long term there's going to be problems down the pike mentally and physically. Okay, I'm making it based on research, on past research from doctors and the medical community. So I'm saying it based on fact. I'm not saying it off the, you know.
Yeah, that's I understand. Well, medically, and I'm sure if you're going to be taking it for medical purposes, you're not going to be operating a vehicle or a ride. That's number one. Now, if you're going to be doing recreational,
It becomes a big question,
yeah,
especially when you're operating a car, especially when you're operating a ride, or especially when you're operating equipment, and especially on large equipment, because you're dealing with people's lives when you start getting into large equipment.
though, I got to tell you though, I've heard from quite a few people that do smoke, and they smoke today, and they smoke now, and they admit it that they do. Of course, they're buying it illegally, but they function better. It helps their function. It makes them function better. And that's how they go about their day. I know a lot of people that do that.
Well, what I'm trying to say, there
People
are
couldn't handle it that
there
way.
are some people. Maybe it works great with them. Their system may be able to handle it. But then there's other people. Well,
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll tell you, one of my big concerns is there are going to be different types of. I'm not sure if. At least stop that. Gonna have to edit this one.
sorry about that.
Barry forgot to silence his phone. Well, you're popular. Maybe they want to buy some weed from you. All right. Yeah. What was I saying? No, I was saying one of my concerns is that I'm not sure if that's going to happen here in Jersey. If they are going to have the variety stores. When I mean variety stores, I'm calling them variety stores where they're going to have like marijuana brownies. They're going to have different things that are going to be, have the marijuana in them. Let's say there's a marijuana chocolate chip cookies. What if a kid a little 2-year-old gets a hold of those chocolate chip cookies? What kind of effect will it have on the 2-year-old? That becomes one of my concerns. You never know if that's going.
This is where I'm saying about the medical and physical effect is. God forbid if a kid should have a marijuana cookie.
What would happen?
What would happen? What is the long-term effect, and what would be the
I don't think
medical outcome?
Yeah, I don't think it would kill him, but I'm sure it would have some kind of.
The kid will be flopping all over the place, but
either that or falling asleep, or either that or laughing all over the place.
Or have a bad case of munchie.
Yes.
What has happened though
depends.
from people that we do know for a fact is it does give you the munchies.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
that's something that
McDonald's sales go all the way up.
Yeah.
A lot of pizza, a lot of hamburgers, a lot of hot dogs, a lot of 7-Elevens and Wawas. We got plenty of them anyway.
Yeah.
But now, are those stores going to be able to sell different types of stuff too? I don't know. Or does it have to be a specific store? I don't know how that's going to go yet. Nobody's really talking about that right now. I don't think you're going to be able to go and purchase marijuana in the ShopRite or something like that. believe.
No, I don't think
I
they're
don't
going to
think so.
legalize it on ground.
Why not? Why
the
not
way-
everybody
well,
make their? Why not everybody get a piece of the pie and
The
make
way
money?
I understand what's going on in Colorado and what's going on in California,
Chicago.
is specific stores are allocated and licensed to sell the item, the cookies, whatever, mixed in with the marijuana,
Yeah.
whatever, are specially allocated, and it has to be specially documented on the item stating that marijuana is in the item, because the federal government is going to require
Okay.
that it be on
that-
the item like
Well-
we do now today with items. It has to be stated in the item what is in the consistency
So it
of
won't
the
be.
item.
It won't be sold in like department stores or anything.
No,
like that.
no. The federal government won't allow
Well,
it.
in
Neither
New
will the state.
Jersey, right? Maybe in New Jersey, but I
Yeah.
mean, like you go in. We don't sell here in the state of New Jersey. Doesn't sell alcohol in like your grocery stores or your convenience stores, but in other states they do. Florida, they sell alcohol in other. Is that going to become the same thing? Are
Well, here's another thing. Think about this. In Seaside Heights, we have a cigarette law, 33.8. 33.8 says that you're not allowed to smoke on the boardwalk or on the beach. So that means you can't smoke marijuana on the beach,
they? Yeah.
and you won't be able to smoke marijuana on the boardwalk. Unless they set it up where it's a designated area like you do with the cigarettes.
Yeah.
All right, which
Or you need it for medical purposes.
or for medical purposes.
So I don't know how they were going to handle that either. That's
That's what's bothering me here too, is how they're going to handle the 33.8 law, and it's already in the books, and it's on the books in the town, and this is another concern the police department in Seaside Heights was looking at, and how are they going to handle it if it does become legal?
I just think that if it's going to be legalizing in New Jersey, it should be across the board. It shouldn't be each town shouldn't have their. What makes it so different? If it's we're all these towns are in the state of New Jersey, well, so how could you say, well, no, I don't want it here, but I want it over there? Suppose I live here and I want it, and I go purchase it over in the next town over. I'm not. I really don't.
All I have to say here to each town
I don't-
has pros and cons on
Yeah.
this. Okay, each town is going to think differently. Some towns are going to accept it. Some towns are not going to accept it.
But everybody's going to want the money.
And everybody wants the
Everybody's
money.
gonna want
yeah,
the-
everybody wants the money that comes from it.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
but the
just it.
question is, how do you legalize it? How will it be legalized? What is it going to consist of? What items are allowed to have the marijuana in it?
Hmm.
Who's going to control it? Is it going to be just the states, or right now the federal government is not too happy about this? I'll tell you right now, there are people in the federal government that want this squashed. All right, because they know what the pros and cons are on it, and I understand where they're coming from too, safety factors and stuff like that, long-term factors. You know, there's a lot of pros and cons. This can fall either way with people.
Yeah.
As far as medical, as I stand medical-wise, yes, I do support it on the medical ground. You know, as long as you got the consent
me
of a
too.
doctor for a medical reason, sure, I'm for it 100%. But if it's going social, I have too many questions got to be asked, you know. And I'm also concerned about what is the after effect? What is the long-term effect when you consume it as you get older? There's many pros and cons on this from the medical community. And I think everybody, before they really move forward with this, should look at all the pros and cons of
Yeah.
it before they move forward
Well,
on it.
years ago, it used to kill the brain cells. Now they're saying that
It slows it down.
it slows it down.
It slows it down.
Or it makes it better. I don't know.
It depends. Seriously speaking, just like alcohol affects different people differently. Marijuana does the same thing. It depends on your body content, your body cells, and how they're going to react on it, and
Yeah.
everything else. You know, everybody's body is different. Some people may be happy.
Yeah.
Some people may be depressed. Some people may get aggravated and act stupid. You know, it's going to have different effects on different people. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, should it be legalized here in New Jersey?
Only on medical grounds.
That's it?
Only on medical.
Okay, my opinion is that I think it should be. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that it's providing everybody obeys the law and obeys the rules that comes with it. I don't see a problem. And I think it should be across the board, and that every town should have it if it's going to be legalized in the state of New Jersey. That's my opinion on it. Thank you very much. We just wanted to bring you mine and Barry's opinion on legalizing marijuana here in New Jersey. This is episode 10, Boardwalk Cove Apartments. And
good night, everybody.
We'll see
you on episode 11.
thank you very much, and have a great night. And what a day.